Alright, so I want to make these videos this year. I want to make the type of videos where I'm giving certain players credit, give the credit where it's due. And I think a guy that needs the credit, a guy that needs this kind of title on his name. Not that I want to put pressure on the guy, not that I would put pressure on the guy, not that anyone should put pressure on this guy, but Nick Suzuki is a stud. He's a future number one centerman. Honestly, right now, based on how he's playing like a future superstar. He's playing like a number one guy right now, and all these question marks around Montreal, all these question marks around the Habs for so long on getting that number one guy. Nick Suzuki has arrived. And Vegas Golden Knights fans, you lost him. You traded him away, along with Tatar, the best goal scorer last year for Montreal, for Pacioretty. Pacioretty's done well for Vegas, but Suzuki is the guy. After watching that 6-5 game, yes, you lost against Vancouver, Nick Suzuki just showed what Montreal has to look forward to. Just showed Habs fans what they have to look forward to. Nick Suzuki is rare. I mean, Nick Suzuki is a gem. Nick Suzuki actually showed, and he has showed, his offensive ceiling. Nick Suzuki's kind of been a guy that, you know what, he's going to be solid defensively. You know he's going to be solid in that two-way game, and he has gotten that kind of comparison of like a Patrice Bergeron. But the ceiling now of his offensive potential in that first game, that toe drag around Morgan Rielly, like this guy's hands along with his two-way ability. And hey, Suzuki ain't afraid to get physical too. This is a guy that the Habs fans have been waiting for. And as I make this video, a point per game, I think he's going to get at least 50 points in the 56-game season. And I think right now I'm regretting not taking him in fantasy where I could have taken him earlier. And he slipped for a lot of people. And if you got him in fantasy late, this guy was a steal for you. Suzuki solves a lot of Montreal's problems going forward. And obviously it's still a question mark of Danault going forward. Will he resign? Kotkaniemi, can he fill that second-line center role going forward long-term? But right now, you have your number one guy. And right now, going forward, I'm marking Suzuki as that. I would say he's a franchise player. Obviously, I'm not going to go past that. That's already a hot take in itself. I know Habs fans are already, yo, franchise player right here. No, he's not anything more than that. A franchise player is a crazy tag to put on this guy already. But he is 21 and he's already doing insane things for this Montreal team. I mean, that pass across to Foley, the way he's been able to protect the puck in both the offensive and defensive zone. Like I said, the physicality is there. For a guy that's 5'11", he's been able to battle against top centermen so far. And you saw it last year. The one thing I'll say for Suzuki, and it's for a lot of young centermen, is his face-offs. And I know last year, I think he was in around 45, 46%. This year so far, 41, 42%. It'll get better. With age, with experience, it'll get better. And that's the biggest thing. Like, that's the craziest part about this. He is 21 years old. Nick Suzuki is 21 years old. I just love this guy. I mean, Montreal fans, be thankful you got this guy. And I'll just say this. For a guy like Suzuki that has, like I said, the defensive responsibilities and has that capability in his game, he is so creative with the puck. The IQ on Suzuki is something you don't see very often. And I think the big question mark also has kind of been his size and being able to bulk up and be that huge two-way guy. But, I mean, Bergeron's never been this huge, bulky, big guy. And look how effective Bergeron. Again, I'm not saying Suzuki 100% is going to be that Bergeron type. And look, Danault, I mean, he was in that Selke conversation. I just think the situation right now for Montreal, he's got physical guys around him. He's learning that physical game and showing that physicality on the ice. You know he's throwing the hits around a few times in each game. And the big thing is he's got to know to teach him some of those ways that he's lacking. And that kind of goes to the face-off circle as well. You know they're going to be working that on practices and just get him those opportunities in game. And I think the fact that he's a right shot centerman also gives the versatility for the Montreal Canadiens. And man, this guy is for real. And I'm telling you that right now, this guy is legit. So I think if you're a Montreal fan, you got to be excited for this guy. I just wanted to make a video just making that statement. This guy, franchise, number one centerman. Do not trade him for Pierre-Luc Dubois. I've said it. If you want to include Kotkaniemi, I think that's a conversation to be had. Do not. If Columbus calls, if Kekalainen calls and mentions Suzuki's name, Bergevin, you hang up right away. You hang up right away. And last year, it should have been enough of an indication that when he gets 41 points in 71 games, with like what, an average ice time of like 16 minutes. This guy's insane. And this year so far, when you're only hanging around 17, 18 minutes a night, and again, it's too early, and I'm getting maybe ahead of myself here, but a point per game, this guy going forward, I think is going to get a point per game. He's going to be a point per game player, and the defensive game is there. Buddy bulks up, and he's going to be a stud. He's going to be a top 10 centerman in this league. Again, maybe I'm going crazy, but Habs fans, get excited. I want to see your comments in the chat. I am putting the hot take out there. Based on what I've seen from Suzuki so far, and what I saw even last year, I was trying to temper the expectations. I was trying to see what he does to start the season. This guy, at some point in his career, maybe very soon, within the next couple of years, he is going to be a top 10 centerman in this league. Mark it. Book it. I'm making the take. This guy is so good. He does crazy things with his hands. He's a high IQ player. He is so smart. You just see it with a player. Suzuki has the capability of slowing it down. And you know how I talk about the blinders? Suzuki does not have those blinders on. But he sees the ice so well. And he's so patient with the puck. And you can see kind of the red light, green light thing with Suzuki. He's able to slow things down. And when he's full ice, he goes. And I think you've seen it with some of the passes he makes. And he knows when to make a move. And I know the easy answer will be like, oh, Bergevin won the trade, got Josh Anderson. Yeah, Domi was great, but we got Josh Anderson. Look at the year he's had. And then they'll say, oh, Jonathan Drouin, big bounce back year. Look what he's been able to do. But who's playing with Josh Anderson? Who's playing with Drouin? It's not a coincidence. This is a guy, Suzuki is that type of player that boosts his line mates. I mean, we talk about big guys around the league. I'm not throwing a comparison here, but the Sidney Crosbys of the world, the Nick Backstroms of the world, the Patrice Bergerons of the world. Nick Suzuki, while he's not going to, like I said, be that generational or like the number one maybe franchise, like ultimate guy, he is a franchise number one centerman, in my opinion, going forward. Again, maybe right now he's lacking a couple pieces, and I'll say that. He ain't perfect. He's going to miss a couple coverages. In the offensive zone, he's still got some areas to work, whether it's a battle in the corner or being able to play the complete game. On both sides, you see so many signs that are pointing towards give this guy 2 years. And like I said, by 23, 24, I won't be surprised if this guy is just like solidifying himself as a top 10 centerman in the league. Right now, he's the number one guy for Montreal. Right now, he would be a number one on multiple teams. And right now, he should be a guy to look out for. And if the Montreal Canadiens make the playoffs, he is going to be the guy leading them into the playoffs offensively, I believe. I believe this guy is going to lead them in points. I believe this guy is going to be going forward. If Deneau leaves, he's going to be, like I said, the Bergeron comparison, because on both sides of the ice, he's going to be heavily relied upon. And that's why I'm so high on Suzuki. And again, this is one of the things where the season is fresh. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. I'm overreacting. But for Habs fans, I want to hype you up. So if you're new to the channel, smash that like button, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I hope to see your opinions in the comments. This was John from Hot Take Hockey. Have a good one. Peace out. Oh wait, just wanted to let you know, Nick Suzuki, number one, franchise centerman. Book it.